Welcome to this week's Bible Topics discussion. We're glad you're with us today as we discuss.
I don't care what people think.
You've heard people say that before. If you're like us, you probably said it as a child, and your mama said, "Well, I care." She cared what others thought of her children. It doesn't mean much if you hear someone say it that's not a Christian, but the Bible has something to say about this if you are a Christian.
That's right. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1 says, "A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold." How are you to keep a good name if it appears that you're doing or saying things that go against God's will for how you should be living your life?
Titus chapter 2 is loaded with advice for older and younger people on this subject. You will definitely want to read it. It's only 15 verses, but they say a lot. Here's just a few words from the first few verses of Titus chapter 2. "You, however, must teach what is appropriate to sound doctrine. Teach the older men to be temperate, worthy of respect, self-controlled, and sound in faith, in love and endurance. Likewise, teach the older women to be reverent in the way they live, not to be slanderers or addicted to much wine, but to teach what is good. Then they can urge the younger women to love their husbands and children, to be self-controlled and pure, to be busy at home, to be kind, and to be subject to their husbands, so that no one will malign the word of God."
Here is what Philippians chapter 1, verse 27a says. "Whatever happens, conduct yourselves in a manner worthy of the gospel of Christ." 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22 says, "Abstain from all appearance of evil." This one is probably the one that speaks to me the most. It says that we're not even supposed to look like we're involved in sin or evil. This is the reason for what is known as the Billy Graham rule. He would not travel, meet, or eat alone with any woman other than his wife. That removed any sexual accusation that could be made against him. If he were never seen alone with a woman besides his wife, that accusation could not be made.
And 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 12 says, "Live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day He visits us." If we never give anyone reason to doubt our faithfulness to Jesus, it would be pretty hard for them to make accusations against us. There are lots of people who say they go into bars and witness to the patrons inside. That may be completely true, but if I see someone I respect as a Christian coming out of a bar, it's going to immediately cause me concern. I'm not saying that doesn't work. I'm sure it does. I'm just showing you in the Bible where it says we're to keep ourselves pure of even being suspected of sin.
Think about 2 or 3 people you know that have a good name. Why is that? Is it because you've never seen them doing something they shouldn't do? Is it because you've never heard them say anything bad? Is it because you never heard anything bad about them? Why do you regard their name as good? Of course, you know these are not perfect people, but they probably strive to have a good name. We would all do well to strive for that. Yes, according to the scriptures we've read today, we all should strive to care what others think of us. If we're presenting ourselves to the world as Christians, we need to make sure we act like it. Like our mamas, God cares what people think about His children too.
Well, that's it for this week. Please like, comment, and share. We would love to hear from you if you have questions or have a topic you would like us to address. See you next week. Be blessed.